In the gospel according to Matthew, chapter 4, in Matthew chapter 4, and also in chapter 26 of Matthew. In Matthew chapter 4, verse 19, and he said unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And verse 18 brings us down to see who was he talking to. Jesus walking by the Sea of Galilee, and two brethren, Simon, called Peter, and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And he saith unto them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. And in the 26th chapter of the same writing, I shall begin reading at verse 69. And the word of God says, now Peter sat without in the palace, and a damsel came unto him, saying, thou also was with Jesus of Galilee. But he denied before them all, saying, I know not what thou sayest. And when he was gone out into the porch, another maid saw him, and said unto them that were there, this fellow was also with Jesus of Nazareth. And again he denied with an oath, I do not know the man. And after a while came unto him they that stood by, and said to Peter, surely thou also art one of them, for thy speech bewrayeth thee. Then began he to curse, Lord Jesus, and to swear, saying, I know not the man. And immediately the cock crew. And Peter remembered the word of Jesus, which saith unto him, before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. And he went out and wept bitterly. The Lord has me to talk about this morning, staying with Jesus. I need to say that again. Staying with Jesus. Will you say that with me? Staying with Jesus. Will you say it with me one more time? Staying with Jesus. The accomplishments that we recognize, the effects that we acknowledge. When we look at this particular writing, it is so real.
That's right. That's right.
This writing, hundreds of years ago, are so real right now. What a mighty God we serve. Because he knew back yonder where we would be today in our society, in our world. He knew the conditions of today. And he made us, we are vessels of his. He made us, every one of us. He made us.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
And he knew before we were the status that we will be right now. Nothing on Peter, what happened, man? That's what I wanted to ask Peter when I was in here by myself. Peter, what happened, man? It was the crowd that Peter wanted to be a part of.
Lord help, Lord help.
Because it seemed like the crowd had it going on. What causes one to stop and deny Jesus? Not only the multiplicity of people, but the manner in which they did what they did. They stood bold at what they were doing, because it got to the point they were slapping Jesus, spitting on him, stomping him, kicking him, and all of that. So the manner of what they were doing seemed like, I need to be a part of that. Not all the multiplicity and the manner, but it came to the point where that in which he had been around, Peter must to have forgotten what the Lord had been in his life, what the Lord had done for him in his life. So when a person just forgets because of the crowd that you're around, have that forgetting spirit, that's when you join in with the crowd, because the crowd is doing it. And it wasn't the crowd that rocked you to sleep the night before. It wasn't the crowd that took care of you while the bullets were flying. It wasn't the crowd that when the doctors say you couldn't, you're not going to make it, and that was been years ago. It wasn't the crowd that put a roof over your head. It wasn't the crowd that put food on your table. It wasn't the crowd that put clothes on your back. It wasn't the crowd that got you here all right this morning, feeling all right. It was the crowd that got the chicken waiting on you after church. It wasn't the crowd that supplied your every need. But sometimes people just forget what the Lord has done for them. And not only forget, but sometimes Peter must have had some fear. If I say I'm with him, they may jump on me. But the fear can turn into a focus of faith that we walk by. Because we have the invisible working in our place. Because when we walk by faith and not what we see, the heavens working for us, around us, to us, and with us. And we have to remember where your help comes from. And Peter was just looking at all of that, and it may have been the mannerism of Jesus.
All right now.
He wanted Jesus to do something else. Since I saw him walk on water and feed 5,000 and all of that, I saw that for myself. But Jesus is allowing them to do that to him. Maybe I changed my mind about Jesus. Because he's not doing what I want him to do. Maybe I changed my mind. Because I don't like how he's doing what he's doing. So I changed my mind. I know a little more about him than you do, Jesus. So I changed my mind about following you. Maybe someone not only had fear, but it's not fashionable to follow Jesus. It's not the style. It's the style to run and play some games. It's not the fashion to come and worship God. That's why they can throw up stuff on Sunday morning. Because it's disrespecting the privilege of worshiping God. So it's just out of fashion. It's not the style to go and worship God. No, it's not. That's not fashionable. Thank God we don't think crazy like that. Hallelujah to his name. But then what Peter was exposed to was the casualness of sin. He may have seen in the modern day on television where folk will vote against God and very proud. I voted against what God said. Can't you see me? The casualness of sin. And no one says anything about my sin. Because when you sinning with me, it's all right. The casual and the carelessness of sin get one in trouble all the time, but just keep on keeping on. But then not only the casualness of sin and the carelessness of sin, but Peter may have been exposed to the compulsiveness. If I don't get it this way, I'm going to go some other way. If I can't get it this way, I'm going some other way. Just got to. And I got to get that sin taken care of until it reaches to the completeness. It was completed sin. So Peter was exposed. And I wonder if there's anybody in the house that knows what I'm talking about. That exposure, that experience to try to pull us away from Jesus. Pull us away. Pull us away from Jesus. Do your own thing. It's my thing. Do what I want to do. You can't tell me who to sock it to. It's my thing. It's a my thing society. And I can do. But all of that is going on. But watch what happened. So Peter went down. Peter went down. You don't go up by denying Jesus. You're not going up in life trying to leave him out of your life. Whether you know it or not, you're on your way down. And keep going down and wondering what's going on down. Where's Jesus in your life? Where is he? Is he just a fireman? I call him during the time of emergency. Is he just a doctor? I'm sick now, let me call on him. Is he my cook? I need some food, let me call on him. Where is Jesus? And Peter said, I don't know, not me, not me. I'm going to ask a question, don't answer. Have you ever been in a situation where you denied Jesus? The Bible said all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. But he's having me to talk about this now because somebody's denying him sitting in this house. I don't know what's going on over there and over there, but right here, he said that to us. Somebody is denying Jesus. I know you know how to walk in and how to dress up and all of that, and how to say it and how to do it and how to be, but what about Jesus?